Alright, hello and welcome back everyone to Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. I am Stacked Crooked, just finished Ghost Toys Castle. And we're gonna use Yai's awesome flute to have that awesome dragon carry us to where we need to go next. Now, what I need to do next in the game itself is to assemble Sasuke, the mechanical ninja. To do so I need to access some regions that were previously locked, I'm pretty sure. I forget what was obstructing my team from getting there. I'll edit this out, it's pretty drawn out. It is a cool scene and all, but it takes too long. Aha! Now I have to go back to Zazentown, take a doorway. Sasuke is one of the coolest characters. He pretty much opens the rest of the game up, especially once you get his magical power, which actually isn't really a magical power as much as technology. Like, all other characters have actual magical powers. His is just like, whatever. But he is the only, I guess, non-human. So where am I going? I think, yes, it is this way. The next regions are pretty big. They're like these huge sprawls areas, which are very cool. But there's a lot of walking around here. Ooh, the tune in this place is awesome. I like it a lot. It's a pretty cool place. Gotta slice some enemies, you know, nonchalantly. What's cool is that just a lot of the enemies you can just kind of go past. There's not that many that are actually smart enough to chase you down. They're pretty slow for the most part. But I do like that this tune is actually consistent across all of the areas in this region. Ooh, these giant bouquet-wielding robots. I don't know how they're supposed to be menacing. I don't even know what those are, like some kind of pellets with wings. Like, all of these enemies have to be based in some kind of Japanese myths or things like that, but I have like no idea what those things are. And as far as action goes, I'm working towards being able to go to one of my favorite castles, and it's Festival Temple Castle. It's a cool place. Very, very stylistic. The music is among the best. But this is just a bunch of walking around trying to assemble Sasuke, because apparently he runs on giant batteries that only exist in, you know, they're the only two in the world, and you get to hunt them down because for some reason they flew all around the world and landed in very specific locations. Oh, look at this oasis, you know, middle of nowhere. But first I have to get a fortune doll, because fortune dolls are awesome. They'll grant me the coolest feature of this game from the main menu, which I don't want to give away in case you don't know what it is. Oh, here it is. Here's the first battery. It's sparkling. Hopefully it's not generic, because we want Sasuke to be working for the rest of the game, you know? Don't want him to lose charge. Okay. And now we have to traverse back throughout the desert. I mean, this melody is cool and all, but this part of the game is kind of slower because it's just a lot of walking around. Also, unless you have played the game before, it's kind of hard to figure out what to do without visiting a fortune teller. Otherwise, it just involves a lot of NPC interaction, and they are not the most riveting people to talk to. I'll edit back to when I'm at, like, through that door up ahead. There it is. Alright, cool, back to a cooler melody. Now I have to climb this massive hill, you know, because for some reason there's a giant tree up there, which also inexplicably houses the second battery. Now, I'm not really sure the justification for a lot of the things in this game. You know, I never really questioned them as a kid. I was like, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. It's exactly how it's supposed to work. I like how they can just climb this easily. Otherwise, like, I'm pretty sure other inclines like this throughout the game, you just slide down. But apparently this one's climbable. So whatever. And approaching this place. I don't know what the sign says. Is this a safe place? Izumo Amnesty. Now let me change to Abizumaru because they're forcing us to use him again. For his lame camera. Lake with a large tree. Very descriptive. And yeah, for some reason, taking a picture of the tree spawns down the second battery. Makes perfect sense. But it's okay, because then we'll be able to assemble Sasuke, and I'll have to, you know, not use Bismarck anymore, which is nice. Yeah, cutscene initiated. Electro Shine Unite! Epilepsy warning, by the way. And he, of all the characters, he looks the most like a Powerpuff Girl. Because of his giant eyes and just perfectly round hands. Also his high-pitched voice. What the, isn't that a Bismarck? What in the world am I doing here? Hey, that's what I want to know. Your batteries were knocked out of place and you just froze. That happened to me? Oh, what happened? There seems to be a glitch in my memory circuit. I'm having trouble remembering. I must hurry and have my wise old man repair it. Sasuke, about your wise old man, well... There was an explosion that demolished his whole house. Yeah, these big god missing sets. Well, the explosion. What? Who would do such a thing? We believe it had to do with the Peach Mountain guys that we're after. My wise old man? Really? By guys with a crazy name like Peach Mountain? I'm going to crush those Peach Mountain guys! Let me go with you! And yay, as a result, Mechanical Ninja Sasuke joins forces with us. Because we are awesome, and we're gonna seek, you know, sweet, sweet revenge. Okay, one of the cool things is that his item is this, like, firecracker bomb, which is very useful. And is actually, the reason we needed to get him to progress throughout the game is that the door to the next castle is actually blocked by a cracked door, which can only be accessed by breaking it down with his bomb, or with the use of the Ibizu slide glitch, but I am not skilled enough to pull that off effectively. And I'm unsure of whether or not, like, that glitch is exclusive to the Japanese region cartridge. I know there are some glitches that are, but I'm not sure about the Ibizu slide. And the Ibizu slide is actually really useful because it allows you to basically clip into areas that otherwise would be inaccessible at the time. So it's pretty cool. It allows you to sequence break the game and get to things very quickly. But I'll point out later, there's some items that unless you played the game, you wouldn't really know their significance. I like how these enemies are just randomly littered throughout these areas. Like, usually the enemies make sense in the region they're at. Like, they're all either one type of enemy or the other. But now they're just like recycling old enemies. Like, these are new enemies, like the tunneling dudes and the, like, flying kite things. I'm not sure where they are. And here are the present wielders again. Delicious dumplings. And I'm really not sure what the hell these things are. Like, they look like people, but they're completely flat. Whatever. I'm not gonna question them. See if I can jump the fence. Woo! Skills. He doesn't skip leg day. Look at that vertical jump. Alright. Approaching the cave. A lot of the caves in this game just have either really just deep, like, dark themes, or just no music at all. This is one of them. But I do like that it's a small feature, but I really do like the echo effect. Makes you feel like you're in a giant, massive cave. With only yourself and, you know, present wielding robots around. And let me switch to Sasuke. And let's do this. No, massive explosion. Anyway, let's go. This is Festival Temple Castle, like one of my favorite castles in the entire game. It is awesome. But this actually takes a long time to complete, and getting Sasuke and Festival Temple Castle into one episode will be too much, so that'll be a really short episode. Sorry about that, but I feel like this is the right place to cut it, even though if the last one wasn't that eventful. But I guess we did get him, but whatever. Anyway, I'll join you, please join me next time in Festival Temple Castle. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna have a good time, destroy ghosts, and fly on fish. It'll make sense when you see it.